I know, it's been a while. Hello, Ferb. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? So, Mike is not here at the moment, though he will be in a bit. So we'll continue Shale's little questy quest without him. It'll be strange not having him tell me to quick save constantly, but hey, what you gonna do? Let's see. Potency of all spells. There we go. She gets another spell. What other spell? Mass rejuvenation. What kind of spirity things do we have? Mind Blast. Spell Shield. I don't want anything that drains mana. Weakness. Ooh. I'll take that, please. Yes, we did. We left off with us having a little look at that booty. Yes, that's what we were doing. Okay, I need to zoom out and have a quick look around. Because like we said, it's been a bit. It's been a bit. And we're leading with, LILLIANA. Wait. Oh. Wait a minute, what? Why is LILLIANA's hit like this? What? And then she has nothing. She has nothing for her primary and only her secondary. Why is this way? LILLIANA, why are you like this? Alright, well, whatever. I don't know what the heck that was, but whatever. Let's go. We're leading with LILLIANA so that we can see traps. Pile of bones. This does sound a little quiet, though. Maybe that's just because the air conditioner is on. Actually, it's cool enough out that I think I can turn off the AC. 1 second. You're gonna hear a beep. There we go. The AC is off. Alright. The dialogue volume is higher than the thing. I'll turn the sound effect volume up just a little bit, but, I'm scared to turn it up any higher, because I know that the fucking spider noises. Ooh, a chest. Yes. Aha! Alright. Time for Shale to be God. You can do that. Should I add weakness to her bar? I feel like I should. That is not the bar. It's the journal. I always... There we go. I always forget what button do what. Where should we put entropy? What do we got? Cleansing aura. I, like, never use Stonefist. I also never really use Arcane Bolt, either. Oh. We'll just leave her to do that. There we go. Oh, you did not hear a beep? Oh, good. Did you hear about Dragon Age Company laying off 50 or so employees? People are wondering about how it will affect the DA game. Yeah, I heard about it, and Mike has more to say, but in terms of how it will affect the game, I, from what I understand, I don't think it's going to affect the game too much, since it's already in alpha, which means that the basic existence of the game and most of its details are done. It's just in the stages of refinement and making sure things work and if something needs to be changed. So, in those terms, I don't think that anybody needs to worry about that. I feel bad for all the people who got laid off. I'm not sure specifically what the reason for it is. So, Mike will have more to say about that, I'm certain. So, yeah, the reason always has to do with money, just about. I think there's very few times it's been anything else. Oh, that's why I had the sound effects turned down. Damn, those are loud. That's why the sound effects were turned down. Because everything in the universe is screaming, that's why. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
I had the dog selected the whole time. Alright. And obviously there's nothing over there. What do we got map-wise? We're tracking it, but where is it? Am I not tracking? Yeah. But it's not on the map. So it's somewhere that way. Yeah, execs always want more money in places I suffer. Yeah, I think there's only been a few times where I could say that a mass layoff wasn't something like that, and that would probably be like when Blizzard laid off, or fired, I suppose, all those guys who were just being disgusting, creepy creepers. Well, shit, huh? Deal with that. Doggy. You shoot whoever you want, and I'll deal with that.
Time for a little cleanup.
Can I target you? Thank you.
Right. Is that what you got?
This is a waste of time.
They are a waste of time,
Careful, these
Jill.
creatures look
Oh.
might upset.
Oh, it has friend. You got friend.
Yes.
I'm stuck. Anybody else? No, didn't think so. I can talk to Wolf? What's Wolf say? No, I cannot talk to him. But yeah, Mike knows way more details. Other fun gaming news. It's not right in front of me, so I can't see the name. But, a guy decided to do a big leak and decided to play the first 45 minutes of,
Crawling with filth. Typical.
I see. And decided to, put the first 45 minutes of Starfield online where people could see it. Hello! And then was shocked that, he's in deep shit. I mean, who could have guessed? There is some little bastard back there. I'm sure of it. You move over there. I will deal with this.
Victory shall be mine!
Yeah, exactly. Which wolf is Paul? This one is Paul. We finally remembered the name of the wolf. And Bruce is the dog. Paul the wolf and Bruce the dog. There we go. I could not for the life of me last time remember the name of this wolf.
As you wish.
But yeah, oh no, the consequences of my own actions. Aha! Alright. Anybody gonna cast a thing? Good. Nobody. But you. Cast it, would you? Thank you.
We must fight.
I suppose violence.
Show me what you've got.
Actually can't tell if he passed the check or not. Oh, I guess he must have. Shale, you doing good? You know what? I'm just gonna let Shale do whatever she wants because Shale is unstoppable.
No mercy!
It would appear that I built her like a tank, and tank she do. This woman is an unstoppable weapon. Or man. Or neither. I don't know, for some reason I keep thinking this Shale is the key. Yay, we leveled up! Now come here out of the fart gas. Pretty sure that's poisonous. Okay, Liliana. Let's increase some cunning. Right. Last ability, special attacks relying on subtlety, reading the target, not return. I see. Yeah, and I'll give her a little more health. It won't do much, but I'll just give her a little bit. We'll see. Oh! Now, is that good? Is that melee? Range personal. Combat movement passive. That might be good. Or we can summon a bear! Yeah, Mikey's not here. We don't know what's good. Should we bear? I feel like we should bear because I don't know if this movement thing counts for shooty. You'd think it would, considering that they're, you know, dual weapon and archery is their bag. The bear is Steven. Alright, yep, we have to. You know what? You named it, and now we have to be responsible.
You need me?
Time to summon a bear. I assume this means that Paul will be dismissed. Oh, Paul! No! You can just tell me the bear that you die! Jesus Christ! Well, okay. Why did it die? Why did it die? I'm gonna clip that, but why did it die? What the fuck? Oh no, I think I'm catching the fucking cold my mom has. God damn it. Yes? Oh.
Darkspawn, straight ahead.
Okay. Well, then. Shoot him with that. We will this. I will also this. And I guess that Steven will also the Herlock.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
There I go. Oh wait, I need to check and make sure that there's not a... Okay, good. There's not a spellcaster nearby that I don't... Thank you, bear. Thank you, Steven. Oh boy. Damn, Liliana can shoot from a million miles away. I love that. I just wish that she wouldn't, you know, die spontaneously for no reason. Sometimes. Alright, is there something else? Yes! He's got an arrow of slaying. You doing good, Liliana? Keep suppressing fire on. Why do you ever turn it off? I need to, like, put a little code in my downtime. I need to go in here so we don't have to sit me through that. Give her a little programmy goofy and tell her to not turn that off.
My strength is waning.
There is no reason not to have that on. Thank you, Shale! Oh my god, Shale actually got hurt. Shale, get out of the... You know what? Get that. Is this evil or is it green? Okay, it's green. I thought it was poison. Can I be blamed for thinking that might be poison? I'm used to green being poison in this game. Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's loot everything, so we have to go back here now.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. Ugh. I bet if I put my foot in there, I'll die.
It's done.
Thanks.
Watch out.
Aha! I knew! Go stand here. And allow Bear to deal with problem. Shale can also... Or actually, no. Shale can this. And I will that one. Bear? Go do your job, Bear. There was a secret other one. No! Ouch! Oh, he's stunned, that's why. Go deal with that one, please. Win. Oh, it's also stunned. Everyone got stunned by these awful little shits. Bear. Bear, deal with that. I will deal with the alpha. I will war cry it, and that will solve the problem, probably.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
Hooray!
Weapons at the ready. I'm running out of energy.
Ooh, it did a big fight to me.
Here we go.
How you doing, Shale? Wow. It actually has, once again, managed to chip Shale ever so slightly. But she is fine. You know what? Heal the party, would you? Just because. There we go. Chest, please. Boop. Man, she's got like no stamina. Is that what this is? Is this taking all of that stamina? Wow, that's taking a lot of stamina. And I guess the bear is taking the rest of it. Alright, I guess the bear is taking all of that stamina. Okay. An upkeep of 60. Also encumbers them a temporary penalty to attack. Yeah, okay, well then this needs to be on then. Oh, she no longer has enough energy to do anything else. Okay. I see. A song about attack, damage, and crit chance. Bonuses to stamina regeneration. Let's do this song instead. Cool! Don't worry. Next time you level up, I will do something to give you more stamina. Because... I mean, the bear might... the bear might need to be replaced. If I summon the wolf... We're gonna watch the bear
I'm here.
croak. If I summon Paul again... Paul's upkeep of 50. Oh, he has got an upkeep of 50. And a cooldown... Okay, so it doesn't matter. She just needs more stamina. She just got too many things on at the same time, I guess. Oh, there's a loot pile back here. I didn't even see it. I'm sorry, I keep clearing my throat. I do think I'm catching the thing my mom has, whatever it is. Scared the daylights out of me last night. She just wanders in and she's like, oh, I'm just sweaty and I'm shaking and I think I'm really sick. And I'm like, uh-oh. Do you think it might be the horrible disease? And she's like, no, probably not. I am worried it might be a neurological virus. And I'm like, what? And why? She's like, oh, I don't know, because they were talking about it on the news.
What I hope to find here.
It's not. Whatever it is, Shale, I'm sure that... Well, I can't say I'm sure would be good. Yeah, sorry for... I thought we were going to a cutscene, so I just kind of wrapped it up fast. Apparently, there's some virus, at least she said, I have to look it up because I didn't recognize the name of it at all, that's being carried by mosquitoes. And she's like, oh, it's a neurological virus. And I'm like, you know, I'm pretty sure if you had a neurological virus, you would not have aches and fever and coughing. You would be having some kind of, you know, like sudden behavioral fluctuation or hallucinations or, something having to do with your brain being not good. You know? I'm pretty sure that this is either, if it's bad, if it's bad, then it might be the horrible Rona, or this is a summer cold. I don't think it's that other thing. Yes, Satan? No? Alright. Kiwoo? Cover a bridge, it auto-saves, the scream of the damned echoes across the cavern, and it's like, ooh, a strange crystal cluster. That means more presents for Shale. Ah! Well, I see him a-moseying. Yeah, I agree with you. Ferb says neurological shit's super noticeable, though. It is. Alright. Oh, an ogre alpha. Well, no wonder. We're gonna fucking eat shit. Weaken it, please.
As you like. Let's get started.
We'll try. This bear's doing a really good job, though. It's already down to half health. Oh! You had friends, you cheeky dick waffle. Bear? Do a helping, please, Bear. You also. Do a weakness upon it, if you would.
Let's get started.
Another one? No, no, no. Okay, good, the bear is attacking it. The alpha's almost dead, so I'll have her go after that.
Victory shall be mine!
There we go, got it. Oh, here we go.
Idiot. Feel that?
Oh! Shale's back there doing her best. Or their best. A remarkable ruby. Ah, she'll like that. Caddish Stompers. Medium leather tier 6. Dex, armor, range, crit chance, melee crit chance, increases hostility. Oh, Liliana! Yes!
Right.
It was already done! I'd already finished that fight. How dare
This should be easy enough.
anyone else? You good? Okay. Jeebus. A small brilliant ice crystal. Ooh. A small brilliant nature crystal. And a broken chest. A small brilliant lightning crystal. And a knife. What have we found? What cool shit? What is this? A dead Tig Shanker. Cunning, armor penetration, attack, interrupts spellcasting. Oh, Zevran! Oh, you heard me say you cheeky dick waffle and you want to know what the fuck that's from? I don't know. I heard that somewhere a million years ago. And I have no idea. So we have a spirit crystal and a natural crystal. A flawless fire. We have brilliant ice, brilliant lightning, brilliant natural. Alright. So what do each of these do for her? Health regen in combat. And 6 constitutions, more health. Dexterity, attack, and electrical damage. And what do fear resistance, spell resistance, mental resistance. +1 to everything. Constitution, more armor, 4 armor, nature resistance, physical resistance. Ah. So we might actually want to go with that. Constitution and health regeneration. Let me do that. Shale is green. When you are doing a digital piece and you name a layer Snot Palace. When you're playing a game and the pad on the side of the mouse decides that today is the day it's going to come off for no discernible reason, because it's never done this before. Stop. Why must you be this way? And why now? Oh!
What is this? This I remember.
Shale! Oh. Statue.
It has dates and names. This is to honor those who volunteered, those who became golems. And there is my name. Shale of House Kadash. I recognize it. I was not created as I am now. I was once a creature of living flesh, a dwarf and a woman. This is a revelation.
Oh my goodness. Shale was a beautiful dwarven lady. Shale is now a beautiful dwarven golem. The anvil did use living souls to make golems.
Perhaps. It is one thing to believe, however, and another to know. I will need to think on these things I have learned. Perhaps I will speak to it of them soon. For now, let us carry on as we have. It speaks.
Yes. I wasn't... Okay, I have questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Oh, I can talk about the crystals now, I guess. Are those crystals in your skin?
I like to think of them as accessories.
Do all golems have them?
I suspect that it is an art that was practiced when golems were more, commonplace. My former master collected whatever lore he could find on the subject. He searched far and wide to collect what crystals he could and then added them. It is not an unpleasant sensation.
Neat. So they're decoration?
As I understand it, the crystals allow me to alter the flow of magic around me. Wilhelm had hoped to turn me into a battery of mana, something he could tap at will.
Ah, so he was being an ass. But they can do other things too?
Some of the crystals increase the presence of mana, some absorb or reflect spells. There are various kinds.
Cool.
All I can promise is that should it ever find one of these crystals, I can likely tell it the function and what it would do if added to me.
I don't want to take advantage, Shale.
Why not? I don't get to wear clothing and other adornments like the rest of you creatures after all. That answers its question, I assume? Unless it has more.
Okay, how did you end up in Honolith? Do you remember? Oh, wait a minute. So you're female? I had no idea.
I did not think it needed to be said. It has never told me what gender it is, has it?
Ah! I am female.
Good for it. I am sure that to other creatures as soft and weak as itself, that would be perfectly obvious. The truth is that whatever gender I was is irrelevant now. I am a golem. I have no gender. It will not become an issue.
No, not at all.
Good. Let us leave it at that. Now, let us crush something soft and watch it fountain blood. That is a girlish thing to want to do, yes?
Oh my god, Shale. And yes, yes it is. Is it a girlish thing to want to see your enemies wail and have them be driven before you? I think it is. Gather your party and venture forth. No. Let me have a quick little looky-look. Commemorative statues. That's what we saw. Is there any way to get over here? I feel like there's more to this map. Maybe there's not. No, I guess we couldn't go that way, could we? Yeah, because that's a bridge. So I guess we have seen everything. The girlish urge to crush soft creatures and watch their blood split. Yep. Okay, gather your party, venture forth, yes. Oh, okay. To camp, I guess. Well, cool. Dragon Age, why? Why did you do this to me? I don't like that. You're making me feel terrible. Did this happen when we returned to camp with Paul? Well, I guess maybe, did we not have Paul when we went to camp? Did the wolf collapse on the floor and in a horrible way, and I just don't remember? Oh, I hate that. It makes me feel like my soul left my body. Oh, Devrin! Alright, let's see if anyone else leveled up while we were out. Does not appear that anybody did. Alright, cool. Alright, inventory. There we go. Devrin, I have a knife. 5 damage, melee attack. Which one is that? The edge. Ooh, skinny. Yeah, we didn't need the edge. A blood-gorged amulet. Extra constitution, but not a whole lot of anything else. Okay. Alright, LILLIANA, if I swap your shoes... Oh, you can't. Oh, they're medium strength boots. So can he not? No, he can. Alright, well, he's gonna wear those then. Right. Or do we get a... Get like an unspoken bonus for that, but... Maybe it's not as good. I'll just keep that in mind, that that exists. Did I get anything else fun? We got some flawless things and some brilliant things. So we can sell the brilliant things and keep the flawless things. So we have a large flawless crystal and a brilliant spirit crystal. Onto all attributes, resistance, spell resistance, not resistance. So I guess that'll just depend entirely on what we want to punch. Ooh, it's always nice to know that you have a brush. Specifically for what you want to paint. Ferb has said that they have a particle brush that is perfect for the marine snow. AKA the little bits of flotsam and stuff that float around in the water. Nice. 71 fire arrows. May as well equip them. The chance to stun ones we will hold on to for a boss fight. Alright, let's quickly go over yonder. Hello. I don't know if I picked up any
enchantment?
I want some enchanting guns.
Enchantment!
Hell yeah. Alright, so we only have damage versus undead runes. Which isn't like the worst thing. Nah, I guess we'll just not.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Nice.
I'm sure you'll be pleased
Good to
with the
have you here,
goods
too.
my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Verb says, marine snow is specifically dead matter and fish poop that drifts downwards to the deep sea. It is a main sustenance source for the creatures down there. Aha! We have learned a thing. Alright. Do we want to keep the edge? No, we can buy the edge back from him. Sell all of them. Sell this. And this. Might change my mind about those later. Large brilliant spirit crystal and a large... I guess we'll hold on to the brilliant things and the flawless things just in case I change my mind about how I want to kit her out. Quick look through this. And that's it. Oh. Spell resistance, flame rune, Grandmaster frost rune. Grandmaster lightning. Ooh, do I want? Do I want one of them? I might. Anyway, I'll just get one.
Enchantment?
Yes.
Enchantment!
I just had one slot that didn't have anything in it, so I'm gonna do this. Why is this part of my mouse just coming apart suddenly? I have to get, like, some weird rubber cement or something. Anyway. Topsider's Honor. We will use this frost rune. Accept. Thank you! Thanks, my little dude. Save. Now we'll talk to Bruce. Hello, Bruce. He bounces around you, barking excitedly. What is it, boy? I'm a pet Bruce. He rolls around happily on his back. He's such a good boy! What a good doggo! Gotta always pet Bruce. Oh, I have a gift for Shale. Certain that that's what that, remarkable ruby, yep. Let's quick save before I do that. There's Shale. I'm used to Shale being back.
Very nice indeed.
Hell yeah. Ooh, moderate strength. Good. Anything new, everyone?
What say you?
Never mind. Oh, win.
What's on your mind?
Is there something we can do to cure you?
Cure me? What, am I sick now?
I guess death isn't an illness, is it?
Even you know that you cannot cure the dead. And I'm not the only one dying. You are too. I'm just more efficient about it.
I suppose that's one way to put it.
Your concern is heartwarming. But death comes to everyone, and it is not something to fear.
Okay. Ooh, excuse me. You're not afraid?
People fear not death, but having life taken from them. Many waste the life given to them, occupying themselves
Hi.
with things that do not matter. When the end comes, they say they did not have time enough to spend with loved ones,
One
to
second.
fulfill dreams, to go on adventures they only talked about. But why should you fear death if you are happy with the life you have led? If you can look back on everything and say, yes, I am content. It is enough.
1 second. I have to share screen with Mike.
Oh, I think.
You're welcome. We finished Shale's quest. Shale discovered who they used to be. And got
Yeah.
some shiny, shiny crystal.
Yeah.
Also, I'm getting the cough.
Uh-oh.
My throat is scratchy. So I keep sipping my lemon-infused minty water thing that I made. Are you content?
I think I've led a good life, a full life, and I, for one, am not afraid of death, whatever it may bring. They say that when you die, your spirit travels through the fade and returns to the Maker. And after that, we'll see, won't we?
I'm not so much afraid of death, but I'm more afraid of, like, just what I might miss out on. Like, I want to know what happens next.
Yeah.
Like, if I could die knowing everything that happens next, that'd be fine.
I will give them all the malachite. I have a diamond,
And
but I guess they don't want that.
And by next, I mean, like, what happens in this world. I don't care what happens to me, personally.
I need the elf fruit, I think. Do I need all the deep mushrooms? I think I need the deep mushrooms.
You do if you want to make more...
Yeah.
More
Everything brings us
Lyrian
closer
potions.
to victory.
Yeah. Turn in runes. All journeyman runes and all novice runes. I have over 100 gold, which is good.
Same, Ferb. I would love to also watch the world like a movie when I die.
Samesies.
I just want to know what happens next. I want to see what happens.
Give 30 sovereigns. There we go. I will leave.
The men
Oh, thank you.
are
And
ready
yes,
to
it has
follow
been
you
quite a
anywhere,
while.
thanks to your confident investment.
It has been many forevers. We missed you.
Oh, I thank you.
We missed
I'm
Dragon
back.
Age. It took a hot minute for me to remember where we even were. I'm not gonna lie.
I remember, but that's because I played the game a lot.
Yes. Hello, Alistair.
Something you need, my dear?
Nope. Want to see if there was more. Liliana.
Something I can help with?
Nope. Do you have a personal story, Liliana? The quest thing to go on? Because we haven't yet.
Pull up a drink,
you should
Warden.
have.
Join me in my sodding hole.
Oh. Is there something? I'm sorry. Please see what you were going to before I talk to Ogren, who's apparently depressed.
You should have something for her. I believe she wants you to go. I mean, I could be wrong, but I believe she wants you to go and like meet a person that she knows in Denerim.
We can check the book. I just don't remember her saying anything. Maybe I just need to ask her more things.
Yeah, I mean, you should talk to everyone and like ask.
Oh, I do,
everybody.
to see if they've got new things, but usually if they do, it's like something up on top or they'll say something, but she's just like, hi, can I help you?
Yeah, you need to ask her about her backstory.
Okay. I'll talk to her again in a second then. Is something bothering you?
Nah, just tired is all. Did you want to talk about something?
No, not really. I'm just saying hello.
Aye, well, hello.
He asked me to find somebody for him. I know that. Liliana,
Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
You should say, I heard that in Orlais, minstrels are often spies.
Okay. Thank you for helping me figure out where that is. Oh, yes, that's true. As soon as I'm done talking to Liliana, you should weigh in, because Ferb wants to know what you think of BioWare having laid off all those people. And and specifically they mentioned that people were concerned about the status of the new game as a result. And I said that, to my knowledge, it probably wouldn't affect too much, simply because I believe the game is in its alpha stage. So, you know, nothing's going to change about the story, and the gameplay is basically locked in. It's just now is the time to start figuring out if the whole thing will run together, or if something is busted.
Sure, I can. Do you want me to talk about this now, or wait until you're done talking?
Wait till I'm done talking to Liliana.
Okay.
I just want to let
Sure.
you know so you'd have a moment to think about the thing. Alright, I heard that in Orlais, Minstrels are often spies.
Where did you hear this?
Somebody told me it a long time ago.
And you believe everything you hear? Not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and storytellers. But some of them are what we call bards.
I thought minstrels were bards.
Many use the two words minstrel and bard interchangeably, but to do so in Orlais would cause misunderstanding. Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Some say there is a bard order, but I don't think this is true. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services. If there is an organization behind it all, no one knows who they are.
Patron? What sort of patron?
Nobles, mostly. In Orlais, there is much rivalry amongst the highborn. They fight over land, influence, and the favor of the Empress. But they cannot do this openly because it is impolite, and in public, they wear smiling faces and pretend to be civil. In secret, they plot and scheme to destroy each other. It is a game completely meaningless to anyone but its players.
The game. I heard you mention the game before. I knew it. You're not just some innocent sister. You were a bard, weren't you?
I have revealed too much, it seems, but it doesn't matter what I used to be.
I can
It is
see
the
your
past.
class in the book. But why were you living cloistered sister in rural? I feel like there's a word missing. Why were you living as a cloistered sister in rural Ferelden?
I found myself in Ferelden and sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry. And when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to say the Maker brought me here.
I see. Do I need to talk to her more, do you think, or leave her be for now?
You will need to talk to her more, and you will also need. You will eventually come across a random encounter having to do with her.
Okay.
You might want to wander around now because I believe we finished all three things. So the last group that we need to
Yeah.
get is Denerim support, and
Yeah, and we should be able to
you
do
once
that.
you start the quest, the main quest to get Denerim support, you will be unable to travel anywhere else. So you might want to just travel around a bit until you get a random encounter that triggers her personal quest.
Okay. I also know that I've got a few quests that probably also are triggered by random encounters simply because they don't have any space on the map, so... I guess let's finish chit-chatting with Sten, and then
Did you want me to talk about
Yes, please do.
Yeah. Okay, so I do have a lot of thoughts about the firings of Bioware. Not all of them are positive, but not all of them are negative either. The first question that you should ask yourself is who's being fired, and we do have some idea of the people that they are letting go from Bioware, based off of the fact that the character writer for Varric, who has been working at Bioware for about 10 years, was let go. 10 to 15 years, I believe. And the person who, another person who was let go was a narrative writer who has been working with Bioware, I think, since like Baldur's Gate 1. So like a long time, because like Baldur's Gate 1 came out in the 90s. So it's important to factor in the fact that they've been at the company for a really long time. Many of them were probably looking to retire anyway. But some of them weren't. And so the question is why were they fired? The first thing to think about is how the broader gaming industry has been doing recently, which is not so hot. If you remember earlier this year in May, Microsoft fired thousands of workers, and that affected Xbox in particular. I think Xbox had to let go somewhere around between 200 to 300 employees back in May. Or no, it was February. February is when they had to cut those employees. And then Ubisoft actually let go 60 employees in May. That was the cut that happened in May. And that's after a series of cuts since last year. And then Blizzard in June let go of 60 people as well. So this is a broader industry trend, and this isn't specific to BioWare, even within EA, because EA announced during their last fiscal call that they would be cutting 7% of their workforce. So this is, I assume, is part of that, and not unique to BioWare. So there are a number of reasons why this is happening. A shift to increased contract labor. We know that they, in addition to firing people, BioWare also
You and your
cut
friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good.
their ties with Keyword Studios, which is a support studio that recently unionized. I suspect the additional costs of paying unionized QA labor probably impacts that decision making. And then another thing is a lot of the people being fired seem to be veterans. And a lot of people really freak out about how, BioWare veterans are the ones being let go, and this means that the old BioWare is dying or whatever. I don't really agree, because saying that old BioWare is gone is really difficult to say, because a lot of the people who are in charge now were the people who made some of the most beloved BioWare games. I mean, Casey Hudson made Mass Effect with Mass Effect 1, but by the time Mass Effect 2 came around, there were other people involved who were in leadership positions, and many of those people are still around today, like Mike Gamble. Mike Gamble's in charge of Mass Effect now. He got a start as a producer on Mass Effect 2. It's funny that a lot of people talk about the BioWare leadership issues, like BioWare's internal problems, but they also don't want to let go of old guard leadership, who arguably are the people who have been perpetuating a lot of these issues. Over the past 10 years, what are the problems that we've heard about BioWare? Mainly leadership issues. Dragon Age Inquisition, as good as that game is, was made under intense crunch because their leadership made the decision to make the game in Frostbite, and because their leadership couldn't quite decide on how they wanted the game to be.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
In addition to that, Mass Effect Andromeda, there was a lot of inter-studio politics and a lot of mismanaged time, because they were trying to make procedural generation work in an engine that didn't really support it. And then lastly, Anthem had a lot of design leadership issues. Leadership couldn't really even nail down basic features of the game until a year prior to launch, which is really, really bad.
Just so you know, I'm bringing Sten with me to the Brazilian forest because he has a high nature or survival thing, and I want him to talk to the Hala. I want him to fix the Hala.
All of these are leadership issues. And a lot of the people who have been let go are senior leadership.
What is that supposed to mean?
Within BioWare.
An unbound
Oh,
mage
sorry, they're
is like a
talking.
wildfire, as prone to simply consume itself as it is to devour all that surrounds it.
I do wish you wouldn't refer to mages as it.
Okay, they're done. Thank you.
So it's worth considering that. And then the other thing is, one of the terms that was used by the studio manager at BioWare currently was that they want to shift to be an agile studio. As of 2019, about 250 people were working on BioWare, probably more after the pandemic
to check
started,
on my
probably
Hala,
closer
and
to
I
300
have you?
people.
I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
300 people working on BioWare. When you factor in Larian Studios,
Have to be me?
Larian Studios' Baldur's Gate 3, I don't think it's nature. I think you need survival.
Or survival.
And? What do you think?
I cannot find an injury. I'm not sure what is wrong.
I am glad you attempted it regardless.
Yeah, I think it needs to be you.
Okay, well maybe my survival's high enough now.
Yes.
Okay, she's
That's
calming
it.
down.
She's calming down. That's
Okay, it was high enough. Thank goodness.
Be calm. Tell me what troubles you. Ah, I see. It is her life mate who is sick, not her.
He was bitten on the leg during the attack, and she fears greatly for him. I did not realize another Hollow was injured. This will allow me to prevent the sickness from spreading to the entire herd. Masiranus, thank you. You have done my clan a great boon this day. I will always be grateful for your help.
Are you making fun of her accent?
I'm making fun of the fact that they hadn't nailed down the pronunciation yet. The final thing to consider is Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3, Larian Studios with Baldur's Gate 3 had 150 employees. They managed to make Baldur's Gate 3 with 150 employees. What this demonstrates is that you don't necessarily need a mountain of developers in order to make a game, right? Especially a game of the scope of a Dragon Age game. Now, I'm not saying that they don't need a lot of people, and Baldur's Gate 3 was made in a unique situation, but what I think Baldur's Gate 3 communicates to other RPG studios is that having a smaller, more manageable team can result in a better product.
About why I left Orlais.
Aha. Please finish your thought. Then it would appear that she wants to speak to us.
So having fewer chefs in the kitchen may result in a better product than having too many people. All of that said, I do think that this speaks to a lot of issues within the gaming industry. Obviously, the decision to cut ties with Keyword Studio has to do with the fact that they unionized, which is really shitty that they cut ties, because what this means is EA, helmed by a CEO who's making probably $20 million a year, and that's not counting any bonuses that they receive, can't afford to pay their QA people a reasonable salary is ridiculous.
Really stupid.
BioWare has been endeavored over the past several years to help eliminate crunch, but the fact that can't afford
can't afford in quotes.
The fact that BioWare's crunch culture was endemic to BioWare, like it was considered BioWare magic. That's how they described it. Where the game just kind of gets slapped together last minute, like the last year of production, which is absolutely ridiculous. The gaming industry as a whole is pretty unhealthy at the moment, and there's a lot of reasons why that is. A lot of it is greed, but a lot of it is also mismanagement or misunderstanding how games work, stuff like that. At the end of the day, I don't think this is a good or a bad thing. I think there are positive things that could come out of it, but I also think there's negative things that come out of it too. I'm not personally worried about Dreadwolf, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that. I wouldn't even be concerned about Mass Effect, though I do think that this is going to impact Mass Effect, the next Mass Effect game, in the sense that I think it's going to come out later.
Yeah, that could be.
Well, they've been shifting people over to Dragon Age, and I suspect that they will continue to do this until Dragon Age is shipped.
Yeah.
Which means that it's going to Mass Effect has been in pre-production for about 1.5 years now. So something worth considering. Overall, though, people have been saying that this is BioWare's last chance for the past 15 years, basically since Mass Effect 3. So I wouldn't worry about it all that much. The studio is going through some changes. Some of them good, some of them bad, but I would just wait and see how it impacts Dreadwolf. Just wait until it
I
comes
wouldn't
out.
just assume that everything in the world will go wrong, because I sincerely doubt that it will.
Yeah, I mean, it's there are other studios who have even worse problems, and they're still around. So I wouldn't even assume that BioWare is getting
Blizzard. Overwatch 2. Sorry.
Well, Blizzard was one of the studios I mentioned earlier about them letting go of 60 people. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah. Well,
There's an aversion to keeping veteran talent because veterans make more.
Yeah.
They can demand a higher salary.
Yeah.
So that's also worth considering.
I know that Bethesda keeps people around for as long as they're willing to work. Like the people
That's a rarity.
I know it's a rarity. It's also why it's nigh impossible to get a fucking job there.
Yeah.
Hire
me, Bethesda. I am familiar with your engine. Hire me. Make use of my talents.
Yes. Also, yeah, but I have heard and seen that Overwatch 2 is one of the worst Steam reviews of all time. It's super bad.
Look, it's not that it's bad. Okay, the game's okay.
Yeah, it's just that they didn't do any of the stuff they said they were gonna.
Well, they didn't deliver on the PvE, and they took away Overwatch 1. Those are the two primary reasons people are mad.
Yeah.
It's not the game itself that they're mad about. What's currently there is basically just more Overwatch 1.
Yeah. And
with minor tweaks or changes.
Yeah, and now if you want one of the fancy new skins,
it's free to play.
you have to pay the. If I remember correctly, because I haven't looked in the store, I haven't played Overwatch in years. I wasn't interested, but from what your sister told us the other day, it's something like it's like the price of a new game to get a skin or something.
I don't know about that, but I know it costs money. But the game is free to play, and you can earn stuff for free, but it'll take time.
Yeah, and it's not going to be any of those premium shiny skins that everybody.
But none of it impacts gameplay.
Yeah, no, I know, but that was like one of the main draws was like, ooh, look, a new skin for so and so.
Yeah.
But if you want it, ain't gonna happen now.
Yeah. So I don't think. Obviously, there's an alternative message being sent with the reviews for Overwatch 2 that have nothing to do with the game itself. It's more so just displeasure with the studio and their decisions.
Yeah. Also, unrelated to that, I just noticed something about my character's armor that I don't like.
What?
The buckles for the leg straps are on the inside of the leg, and I do not like that. I always draw them on the outside because in my mind, if they're on the inside, then while you're walking, you're going to be scraping those buckles together, which will either wear them down or pop them open. Whereas if they're on the outside, that's way less likely to happen.
I mean, if you walk by grinding your knees together, sure.
Well, there's going to be all kinds of times where your inside of your leg will be pressed against something, like if you're riding a horse, depending on how your legs move when you run, especially since it's big and chunky, they'll probably brush up against each other. I'm just not a fan. I don't like. But anyway, we've waited ages. Let us talk to Liliana.
Yes, Liliana's been sitting here waiting to pour out her life story.
She nervously fidgets with her fingers as we... I like to think that this silence was happening in real time. It's just 10 minutes of silence, the warden staring at her as she becomes more and more nervous.
You can just hear my voice faded out in the background explaining the intricacies of the gaming industry. It's like
she's like, I hear the voice of the maker. I don't know what they are saying. I'm afraid. Why won't you respond? Alright. Why were you lying, Liliana?
I didn't feel like talking about it then. What happened to me? Maybe it will affect us, maybe not, but you should know. I came to Ferelden and the Chantry because I was being hunted in Orlais.
Hunted? What for?
I was framed, betrayed by someone I thought I knew and could trust. Marjolaine. She was my mentor and friend. She taught me the bardic arts, how to enchant with words and song, to carry myself like a highborn lady, to blend in as a servant. The skills I learned, I used to serve her, my bard master, because I loved her, and because I enjoyed what I did.
You were dutiful, but you still got in trouble?
You can say it was my fault. There was a man I was sent to kill. I was to bring Marjolaine everything he carried. I don't know who this man was. She gave me a name and a description, and I hunted him down. I found documents on his body, sealed documents.
You opened them, didn't you?
My curiosity got the better of me. Something told me that I needed to know what was in those letters. Marjolaine had been selling all kinds of information about Orlais to other countries, Nevara and Antiva among others. It was treason.
Isn't that what bards do?
Some. But I had always assumed Marjolaine only operated within Orlais. This was an unhappy surprise for me. My life as bard taught me that my loyalties should be kept fluid. My concern was not that she was a traitor, but that her life would be in danger if she was caught. Orlais has been at war with so many countries. It takes a harsh view of such things, as I later discovered.
Oh, she pinned it on you. What do you mean?
I should have left well alone, but I didn't. I had to tell Marjolaine I feared for her life. She brushed aside my concern. She admitted her guilt, but said it was in the past. That is why the documents had to be destroyed, she said. I believed her. I kept believing up till the moment they showed me the documents, altered by her hand, to make me look the traitor.
What happened? Oh, she betrayed you?
Yes, the Orlesian guards. They captured me. Did terrible things to make me confess and reveal my conspirators. It was a traitor's punishment I endured. And at the end of it, all that awaited me was eternity in an unmarked grave.
How did you get out?
The skills Marjolaine taught me were good for something at least. I broke free when I saw the opportunity. I did not seek Marjolaine out. If she thought I was coming for her, she would have me caught again.
And so you came to Ferelden, to Lothring?
I was tempted to confront her. I was furious, betrayed. But what could I do against her? And so I fled to Ferelden, to the Chantry and the Maker. Ferelden protected my person, and the Maker saved my soul. And that is the reason I am here. The real reason. No more lies between us, at least in this.
You will be safe in my company.
It feels good to have this off my chest. Thank you for listening and understanding.
Codex updated with what she told us. Cool. Now I'm guessing the next time we set off, we may encounter somebody looking for her.
Perhaps.
Let's see if Morrigan and Sten have something they want to tell me. And then I'll talk to Shale and see if they have something to tell me.
I await your command.
I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Is Flemeth really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
Powerful. Human? Human?
Oh, she certainly was human. Once. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I'm more interested in the truth.
I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
That sounds interesting.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful. A fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Not true, then.
No, quite true, but this part only. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
Oh, Flemeth must have been angry.
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
So she truly loved Osen, then?
That was not the point. Conobar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conobar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conobar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Which she never invaded, or he never defeated her?
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
I see. Do you believe her version?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
See. How is it that Flemeth has survived for so long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
Aren't abominations usually insane horrors?
How often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand. What Flemeth became is a mystery. I suspect, even to her.
The legend tells of Flemeth having many daughters.
You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds, after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
I mean, technically, I think we already know the answer to this, since, we grabbed the book. And we know that Flemeth keeps inhabiting the body of the daughters she creates when they get old enough.
Assuming that the book is accurate.
Yes, assuming the book is accurate.
Did you go and meet with Flemeth?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did. And she told us to give Morrigan the book and let her have her fun, and then she would just take off and not bother us.
Yeah, so
That's
I mean,
what we did.
Take from Flemeth what you will.
Yeah, I think
is she telling the truth? Who knows?
Yeah, I think at the time you said something along the lines of like, she's not specifically doing it out of like charity, but she's doing it because it will make Morrigan more powerful, and that I will learn later what Flemeth possessing a person actually means. Something like that.
Flemeth is a deeply mysterious character.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really talk about any of my theories without spoiling anything.
Yeah, I know that she's in the second game. And
yes.
that I will encounter her there also. And I don't know if we'll see her again in this game.
In this game?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I didn't know if Morrigan had more. I know that we already did her personal quest because we found the book. I didn't know if she had more or not.
It's complicated.
Okay.
It's difficult to talk about without
spoiling it. Okay, then
Yeah,
I'll
spoiling
just
too
leave
much.
it be.
Yeah.
Alright, why would she refuse to speak of them?
The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well.
An interesting story, thank you.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
My mother died when I was born.
Ah, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
Well, she approved of the conversation, at least.
She's not an entirely heartless hag.
No, she's just really mean.
Yeah.
And she's... Ow. She's got a bit of that tsundere thing kind of going on. But in a sense of, like, she hides how she feels with a lot of sarcasm. And having Flemeth as a mother, I can see why. But she also, at the same time, then appears to be surprised when other people react negatively to her scathing sarcasm. Like, Alistair is sarcastic as well, but he's not nasty in his sarcasm. As a matter of fact, the target of his sarcasm is usually himself. So that seems to be her flaw, is that she'll say that as, like, you know, to put up a guard, where for Alistair, it's when he's nervous and awkward, he'll say things like that, and for Morrigan, it's probably when she's also nervous or doesn't understand something or is maybe a bit annoyed, and then is like, I don't understand why everybody got mad at me, I just said kill the child.
The difference is how they use their sarcasm.
Yeah.
Alistair uses sarcasm to diffuse situations, and Morrigan uses sarcasm and her wit to put other people on the defensive so that she feels safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's why it keeps nipping her in the butt.
Both are done for basically the same reason, though they're different tactics. And it's not necessarily something that they're aware of, it's just something that they naturally do because their personalities are different.
Yeah.
You called.
Hi, Stan. I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Do you find Ferelden very strange?
To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Your farmers wish to be merchants. The merchants dream of being nobles, and the nobles become warriors. No one is content to be who they are.
Is there anything you like about Ferelden?
There is interesting food here. You have a thing. It doesn't have a word in the Kunari tongue. Little baked things like bread, but sweet and crumbly.
Cookies! I think we might have asked him about this. I seem to recall being like, you like cookies? I never would have thought you'd had a sweet tooth.
I don't know what that means. None of my teeth are sweet. Those little baked things, however, we have none of those in my homeland. This should be remedied.
This is how we end the fighting with the Kunari. We offer them baked goods. It's like, look, I know you don't get us, but if you don't invade, we trade for muffins. Would you like a cookie? Do you want a pie? You sound a little homesick.
Perhaps. It's strange to be in a crowd and hear a language that is not your own. To see faces that are and aren't like yours. I miss the smells of Saharon. Tea and incense and the sea. Ferelden smells of wet dogs.
You left out rotting garbage.
True. I was trying to forget that part. Shall we move on?
Don't the Kunari want to ever change their lot in life?
What does that accomplish? The farmer who buys a shop is never a merchant. He is always a farmer turned merchant. He carries his old life with him as a turtle carries its shell.
But that makes the turtle stronger.
Does it? It's also his weakness. If he stumbles and falls over, it pins him on his back. It is better to armor yourself with no more than what you need. One life, one duty.
I suppose that's true.
Shall we move on?
Yes, let's go.
As you wish.
Ah! He liked that and got a skill. I wish I could bring up the idea to him that the farmer becoming a merchant, having been a farmer previously, might be a big boon to the farmer depending upon what it is he is selling. For example, if he is a merchant who is dealing with something that either is or requires the things he used to grow. Like if he becomes a purveyor of say, different kinds of alcohol, and he was a person who grew wheat and hops or other kinds of grains, if he knows enough about those things, it will help him know more about the alcohol, and he would be more successful as a merchant selling those things. I wish I could introduce that idea to Sten. I would like to hear his opinion on it.
You will have more opportunities to understand kind of the Qunari perspective.
Yeah. I know that... Oh, excuse me. I know that the reason I didn't say to him is, like, do you think happiness is important? Is because I'm pretty sure the response would have been like, well, when you're in your place and you know what that place is, you would be happy. You know, there's no sense in dreaming about other things that you don't know will make you happy when your purpose is this. I'm sure that's probably what he would have said.
I mean, it's difficult because the Qunari are kind of a... the best way I can describe it is they're a... I guess...
I thought of a metaphor in my mind, but it's really bad. I was gonna say they were a more severe and harsh version of My Little Pony.
There is, well, I mean, kind
of. You find that thing you're good at, you get a stamp on your butt, and that's what you do.
They're essentialists. They believe that people have innate qualities, and that because you're naturally good at something, you are that. Like, it defines everything that you are. And I'll just ask you this. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, how is our society any different?
Yeah, to a certain extent, it's not all that different in that regard. We do encourage people to, you know, figure out what it is they like, but we also put like we put like strange limits on that. Like, it's not true, but that notion that's like, oh, if you don't know what you want to do by 20 and you're not already doing it by 30, you fucked up.
Well, I'll just say that from the Qunari perspective, our society only gives people the illusion of moving up in the world.
Yeah, that's true too. Because there are people at the top who have already made this decision for you about as far as you were going to go.
But providing that from their perspective, also providing that illusion creates unnecessary chaos.
Ah, so they're like, oh, if they just flat out told you, you'd at least know, and then you'd be content. Or you'd kill them all, and then it wouldn't be a problem.
I'm not saying, by the way, I agree with the Qunari, but...
No, but that's where they are coming from.
That is their perspective.
Yes, and there is a way you could draw a connection between what they think and how the world actually works. I think that ultimately it's best for the world to not work that way. Because I think people do a lot better at whatever task they decide they want to do if it's something they wanted to do. And that even if they were under the illusion that it's like, this is my purpose and this is what I'm meant to do, if it's something that they don't actually like, they won't be very good at it, at least not compared to someone who does enjoy it. So. But anyway, enough of the philosophy. Let us talk to Shale. Hi.
I mean, it's good that a game like this, like, kind of encourages you to ask these questions.
Yeah, I agree. I have questions, Shale.
It doesn't have better things to do.
How did you end up in Honolith? Do you remember?
Oh, yes. That I remember quite well. My former master, the Mage Wilhelm, he brought me. As I recall, he had acquired some position with whatever lord ruled the land. I, being little more than a glorified possession at the time, was brought along. Oh, how he enjoyed impressing the villagers with me. Gollum, snarl at that villager there, be fearsome. And of course, I would have to do it.
Do you remember anything before Honolulu?
I traveled with the mage. He did a lot of traveling, I remember that. But where we went, it is rather fuzzy. I remember great battles, fighting many humans long ago. They were all very soft and squishy. And before that, No, there are only images. I was somewhere dark.
Ah. I would have thought that you'd enjoyed scaring humans.
I'd have happily stomped them all into paste, and then ripped down their little houses and stomped on them, too. In fact, after 30 years of watching them, I'd do it twice. What I didn't like was being ordered to do it. Dangled in front of those frightened morons like some scary thing. Once I was a statue, it took those villagers years before they'd even approach me. The first one to actually work up the nerve to touch me urinated himself. Ugh.
I'm glad that you didn't get peed on. Alright, I know that we've asked those other questions, so interesting. I am done talking about that.
Good. I was just about done talking about it. It does like to have a good chat now and again, doesn't it?
It does. Pat, pat, pat. If it is any consolation, Shale, I do not think you're scary. I think you are very pretty. And I think that the gems make you even prettier. And of course, we have all agreed that Shale does have the perfect ass. So. Alright, so I have set Ogren's Old Flame as our next thing. So we'll put him in the party and we'll go to the lake.
All I know is that if Shale came out today, like if Dragon Age Origins were a game to come out today and Shale were to be in it, Shale would the booty for Shale would be a point of discussion. I'll just say that.
So what you're saying is we need a Dragon Age Origin HD remaster just so that we can gaze upon the perfection of Shale's ass with even more polygons and the highest of textures.
There has been kind of an outcry for a Dragon Age Origins remaster, so perhaps.
I would like you to know, by the way, and be proud of me, praise me. During this stream, I have drunk almost. Oh god, so I have drunk almost half the amount of water you were supposed to drink in one day. In an attempt to keep my throat from itching.
Don't hurt yourself.
I mean, I'm not gonna hurt myself. It's just one water bottle. See? I don't know if you can hear it. Schlushen.
I hear it.
ASMR. But that's the infused water I made. It's got lemon, peppermint from a mint tea bag, and a little bit of sugar, just enough to keep the lemon from going from a nice tartness to my face is now inside out. All right, we have to go to Lake Callanhead, so let's go find your ex. If we make him happy, he gets new abilities, and he's more likely to survive. Oh, hello.
Enemies approaching.
Ooh. A Konari mercenary. Oh, by the way, we didn't know what skill to get for her, because I didn't know if the moving skill was something that would cause problems for her. So I taught her how to summon a bear.
Okay.
Oh, they have a wolf. Ogren, can you go deal with the wolf, please?
Weapons at the ready! Desperation is enough.
Okay. Oh, an assassin. I think this person has come for our poor sweet LILLIANA. I believe he has just mighty blowed that guy to death, so you can go after that assassin archer, and I will also go after that assassin archer. Ow! Stunned his own friend. There goes Ogren. Party, please. Can you? Thank you. We've named the bear Steven also. Oh, the bear is stuck. The bear is stuck behind me. I will go this way. I don't know what the bear is doing. Jesus Christ, Ogren! Kill her. That's a problem. Bear, can we get you up there? Go up there. Me.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action!
Well, he died. That's not great.
Less fighting, more dying, blast you!
Alright. Bear, kill wolf. Kill her. When, do another group heal.
I never liked this part.
Gotta defeat the bees before it's a problem. How am I doing? I appear to be doing okay. Oh, they have a dog. Bear, deal with dog. I will deal with him. You continue to shoot her. Although, before you do, let us switch these. Oh, she got weakness. That's annoying. But at least we know that these arrows can stun, so that should be helpful. Drink this. Oh! There was a bomb in the potion! Alright then. Excuse you? How dare?
Make us breath!
Make his breath!
Make his breath! Alright. Huh. Well, the bear is stuck again. Just attack, please, bear. Oh, LILLIANA's down.
That was, not pleasant.
Oh, she's up. What? Why not?
He is no common bandit. None of them were. Their weapons and armor are of fine make, and they are well trained.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Who are you?
Someone who regrets taking you on. I was told it would be an easy job. Kill the little red-haired girl. Deal with the others as we pleased.
Kill the... You came to kill me?
I'm also a red-haired girl. I'm offensed.
You're not a girl, you're a woman.
I'm gonna smash your kneecap.
Look, you're 27 years old. You're an old hag by Dragon Age's standards.
You only got 2 years before you're not even worth marrying. Maybe 1 more year before you can't have babies. What good are you?
Oh, what is it that like weirdo incel people call it? The wall?
Yes! I hate to break it to people, but 30 ain't very old. Neither is 40, and 50 really isn't either. It's past that point where you begin, where, you know, you've hit menopause by then, but that doesn't mean that there isn't plenty more of your life. I mean, people on average are starting to reach, you know, their 90s, so, like, 50 is maybe the point where you hit half, like, the middle of the lifespan you have? Like, come on. Anyway. Who's trying to kill Liliana?
I don't pay to ask why someone wants someone else dead.
Can I have your sword?
I just need to know what to do and where to get my money. Ha! Money. I'll be lucky to get away with my life, it seems. Maybe we could work something out. You like the idea?
Speak quickly.
I've no real quarrel with you. Wasn't me that wanted you dead. But I know how you can find the one who does.
Your life for information, then.
I have some directions written down on how to get to the house. It's in Denerim. Yeah, it's the best I can do.
Thank you. Now leave. I never want to see you again.
Yes, go. Be grateful for your life.
Don't worry. I'll not trouble you no more.
I thought he was gonna cover his junk and limp away and be like, what did we do?
It's Marjolaine. It has to be.
No, you haven't met Sarah yet.
Yeah.
No, you don't know what I'm referring to.
I've seen pictures of her and clips. I have a slight sense for her personality, and I'm guessing she probably would shoot someone in the dick. I thought
You'll see.
I thought you'd escaped from her.
I thought the same. Maybe someone saw me. Maybe she's finally found me and wants to finish what she started.
Goodness. What do you wish to do?
She needs to answer for what she's done to me. If we are ever in Denerim, I would like to seek her out.
We'll go as soon as possible.
Perhaps it's time to settle this score for good.
Hell yeah.
I'm just doing like minor inventory management in Baldur's Gate while I watch you.
Yeah.
And I just discovered that a salami is considered a bludgeoning melee weapon.
Not an improvised weapon. It's just in a weapon class. Oh my god.
Yeah, and it's 1d6, so it's actually better than a dagger.
That's a strong salami. What
It's a very strong salami.
How big is this salami? Like a regular
somebody in Larian Studios like tested out what a salami as a melee weapon would be,
and actually hit like one of those ballistic shell dummies with it, and was like, "Damn, this is actually strong."
Yeah.
Oh, Ferb points out that not only do I have red hair, but Ogren has red hair, and so does Ferb. So
yeah, but Ogren isn't a woman.
I mean, Ferb's not a woman.
Yeah. So.
Oh, so I guess they don't count then.
Yeah, they don't count. He
specifically said little girl.
A red-haired girl.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, for all we know, maybe
he's not the type to assume.
Well, I mean, I suppose that's true, but for all he knows, Ogren could consider himself a woman on occasion.
Ogren's the type of person where you just know. You don't even have to hear him talk.
You just see Ogren, you're like, nah, that's a man.
Yeah. that there's a man.
That is a cisgendered man.
Yep.
What should I grab? What will cunning get me? Good for herbalism and combat tactics. Dexterity and chances to hit. So I'll put this in that. Next. Let's see. I will become death now. Yes. Fly into a whirling dance of death, striking out at surrounding enemies with both weapons. Each hit does normal combat damage. I can AoE now. Yes. Ah, I got Master of Arms, and I got an achievement for being a dual wielding master. Yay. Alright, there's a death root. The side thumb pad keeps coming off my mouse. If you're hearing any weird plastic sounds, that's me trying to put it back on. Bolt pelt. I need to go get, like...
This should be easy enough.
Some, jewelry glue or epoxy, something that will glue plastic to plastic.
Right.
A small claw trap. Neat. If I grabbed everything, it would appear so. Is there an exit path? It is up there. Is this the exit? Yes, it is. Swiftly to the lake! This is true! Ferb says, but have you asked Ogren? It's true, we have not specifically asked Ogren if he identifies as a man.
I mean, I don't think Ogren... Look, I'll just say this. If Ogren did change his identity, I feel like he would go by Ennial.
This is true. I do get that vibe.
I don't think he would care.
Wow, there's just a dude praying.
Bless the souls of all, Templar and Mage, who gave their lives defending the Circle. May they find peace at last.
Aw. That's kind of him. Not a whole hell of a lot he can do, really, other than that. The Mage Collective man. I don't think I've accomplished anything I need to turn in there. Maybe the person we're looking for is in the Spoiled Princess.
There she is.
Oh!
I'm gonna go talk to her. Look, you gotta back me up here. Got it?
She's not a Genlock. You can handle her. Of course I will.
Thanks, Warden.
I'll go get her.
Just be ready to pry her off when she throws herself at me. We don't want to make a scene here. Well, don't pry her off me too soon. I mean, a little scene's all right.
Jesus.
Are you sure you're not a baker? Because you got a sodding nice set of buns.
Ogren, is that you?
Yeah, in the flesh, baby.
What are you doing here?
Just trying to kick back with a pint. Fighting Darkspawn's a lot of sodding work, you know?
You're fighting Darkspawn?
Still want to claim him, Ferb?
Do you want to accept this guy? Do you want to try and accept this individual?
Do you accept Ogren as an associate?
Is Ogren the hill you want to die on? I'm kidding.
I don't know, he's acting pretty cishet.
He is
right
extremely cishet. Oh, he's acting the stereotype.
Do you want me to help you here, or do you want to do what you would recommend, or like what you would do in this situation?
I feel like she won't believe the first one. The second one definitely won't help, but I'm concerned that just watching will make it worse. Oh, Ferb does say that there are outliers in every gender. This is true. In the grand scheme of things, it would be better to not misgender Ogren. I know that Ferb is mostly just being facetious, simply because, yes, Ogren is a man and identifies as such. It's the goof, the gaff.
I'm just joking too.
Yeah. Oh yes, but we did hear you.
Oh, it's more aside because of Ogren's problematic behavior.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah. So okay, you know what? You know what? You know what? As a cishet man, I feel like this is your purview. I will bow to your advice. How does a cishet man tell another cishet man how to woo a lady that he is very much fucking up with?
I guess it depends on the degree of toxicity.
How do we fix Ogren?
how do we fix Ogren?
I mean,
I don't
besides sending him to therapy and to AA.
I don't think there's, even with those options, I don't think there's really a way to quote unquote fix Ogren. Let me think here. Well, I'll ask you this.
Let this man fall on his face. He is hopeless.
I'll ask you this: do you want to help him get with her, or do you not? Do you think that? Do you think
if he gets to hook up with his girlfriend, does he get more powerful in battle, and will it help me at the end of the game?
How does this benefit me?
How does this benefit me in this game of ones and zeros? If I get this group, this collection of ones and zeros, to rub its face on this collection of ones and zeros, do my ones and zeros get better? Do I get more ones and zeros?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm guessing I should say that he took on an army of golems single.
Well, hold on. All right, I need to think about. I need to remember what it is that you say. Hold on.
Mike has to dig deep down into his memory to the specific file of how to get Ogren laid.
I'm trying to remember.
I have a sneaking suspicion that she wasn't all that into him in the first place, though.
Yeah, I would say, well, it's not so much that. Remember that Ogren, while Ogren did have some of this problematic behavior before, a lot of it has been exacerbated by his unhappy marriage with Bronca.
That's true. So she probably took off when she figured that their relationship wasn't going to go anywhere, and now he's shown up and he looks like shit.
Like, I'll say this, like, we all have our memes about the divorced dad type person, but I would argue that there are two types of divorced dad in terms of like the meme, right?
Okay.
You have divorced dads whose it's pretty much all their fault. They're inattentive or disrespectful or whatever, and they don't recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
There's the other type of divorced man where the relationship,
we were never gonna save it.
It was not a healthy relationship, and I mean, everyone has experienced these relationships, but a relationship where it's not good really for anybody involved.
Yeah.
I would say that Ogren. A lot of people write Ogren off because of his problematic behavior, and fair enough. I mean, he is insufferable. But it's clear to me, at least, that Ogren, while he was always irreverent and kind of a turd,
yeah,
there is definitely a degree of herding there that a lot of people ignore because they don't like him.
Yeah, I feel like to be fair to everybody, I personally I'm the kind of person who, and I'll stand by this, that nobody's born a piece of shit. A baby isn't a piece of shit.
I don't know. I'm just joking.
Can you genetically be a douche from moment one? I
mean,
but I think that is overlooked conceptually, simply because the people who grow up to be pieces of shit, they grew that way for a reason, and to that extent, I do have a small amount of sympathy for them. However, it is also their choice once they've become an adult to not do anything about the stuff that fucked them up. And that's where the sympathy ends.
Well, I'll say that even people who are born who act poorly, people who are born with the various things that would cause that, like, people who are born with behavioral issues, whether that be sociopathy or antisocial disorders.
I wouldn't classify that as like being born evil, but I understand what.
Well, I mean, we don't like evil in the sense that they're often harmful. They often don't get along with a lot of people. That kind of, like, even then you can
I
argue
mean,
that
is
that's
technically
really
what you think of when somebody says like, oh, an evil person, a person who like will kick a dog for no reason. I suppose a person with sociopathy probably would too. But no, I understand what you mean.
I mean, even taking that into account, that's outside of the person's control. It's not like they decided to be this way. That's just the way they are. And so if there's a way to deal to take care of them and not have them be harmful to themselves or to other people, that's ideal. As for Ogren, tell her that he totally like singled or soloed an army of golems.
Okay. Ferb also says, I had a shitty life and I turned out fine.
Well,
I have met
also don't let it also don't let that be an excuse either.
Oh, exactly. I've met many people.
Just because you've had a shitty life doesn't mean that you get to act shitty to other people.
I've recently met a person who is so very against any sort of help. Like, goddamn. It's one of those people you meet who's like, all right, I'm here to see if I can figure out what to do. And after 5 minutes of talking, and they've shot down every idea you had with infinite excuses as to why it wouldn't work, you're just sitting there and you're like, I feel like I just had my fucking time wasted. Why'd you even come here? Why did you even speak to me?
Why are you running?
Why are you running? Because you're scary. Change is scary, that's why. This man took on an army of golems almost single-handedly.
It was a bit of pain, but it was a personal favor for the King of Orzammar, you understand?
The whole surface to choose from, and you just happened to come to my tavern?
Well,
You know, I actually really like how good the texture for his hair is, specifically from the back. Like, it looks really good. It looks very soft. I would pet Ogren's head. Although I imagine in reality his head would be very sweaty, and I wouldn't like that.
Or greasy.
Yeah. But looking at it from here, it looks like it would be soft and fluffy.
Tell her it's fate.
Tell her it's fate. Tell her it's fate.
What? Oh, right. It's fate, Felsi. What can I say?
Fate? The ancestors must have a sense of humor then.
Sure they do. You've had a good look at Lady Helmy, haven't you? If her face isn't a joke the ancestors are playing, I'm a Bronto's behind.
So, Lady Helmy must be a paragon of beauty then.
Should I tell him to tell her that he's been thinking of her?
Yes.
Or, okay. Tell her you've been thinking about her. What? Tell her.
I've been thinking about you, Felsi.
What do you want, Ogren?
Nothing. Just thought I'd see how you were doing is all. Well, maybe that and grease up the Bronto, if you know what I mean.
Well, you've seen me. You'll have to go back to Orzammar for the Bronto.
We can't waste time here. The queen is waiting for us.
I think...
I did quick save before we come in here, so if we fuck this up, we can try again.
I think you can just...
like, admit it, Ogren is much more fun than the men around here. Because I'm pretty sure we should get going means that we end this.
Yeah, I think you can tell her that. Maybe? I don't remember.
You know what? I'll go with it and we'll see what happens. Admit it, Ogren is much more fun than the men around here.
If by fun you mean more likely to light farts on fire, yes.
Oh well, it's been fun, Felsi, but I better go.
Wait, you're leaving? You just got here. I haven't called you a shaft rat yet.
Well, you can't keep the Archdemon waiting. You hurt its feelings, it might just turn the whole blight around and go home. Nobody wants that.
Well, you don't need to fight it right now, do you? I mean, you could have a pint first. You could call me a surly Bronto. I could tell you that you smell like nug droppings.
I'll tell you what, I got some things I gotta do, but I'll come back for that pint when things are settled, you frigid deep stalker.
Fine, But you better not keep me waiting, you worthless copper-plated swordcast.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Oh, so she was flirting the whole time, I see.
Dwarves are strange.
Dwarves are weird. All right,
They're very,
cool.
very weird.
Well, okay. Oh, the innkeeper has something for me, apparently. I will see what he wants, and then I will have to wrap it up, which is probably just as well because my throat is starting to hurt a bit. Ogren, what are you doing? Ogren? My boy? My strange, greasy boy? Are you okay? You, Alright then. Can you get behind me, please?
Welcome back to the Spoiled Princess. How may I serve you today?
I guess I'd say I'd like a drink. I don't know why it's pointing to him like it's got a quest. I'd like a drink.
Of course. What would you like?
Huh. You know, I know that these are, like, potion items, but I'd like to think these are also beverages. Would like this toxin extract. The Chitus of the Siegebreaker. Cool. I will take this wine for Ogren. And this. Why does he have a quest marker on him? What am I supposed to do?
I don't recall.
The Urn of Sacred Ashes. What? We already did that.
Yeah, then it's
Hey.
just bugged.
I'm gonna quick save and open this box. Ah. Let's find it. Let us find. I'm not sure. I think this one might be new. To Wareth Lowstone, age, race, height, I care not for the differences others perceive, but matching your helmet to my tunic for the amusement of standing in line with your new silent sisters, invited attention where none was desired. I will not suffer your company again. Allison Highover, scribble below. Gonna miss knocking heads with those girls. Let's see if there's anything else. My elf root. Such depravity. Oh. My dearest Virginia True Royal, regarding a bodice ripped. Oh my. Enclosed are 7 silver and my most heartfelt apologies for said bodice. I would blame the cold ocean spray, the loss of my favorite shirt, the bucking of the stallion, or perhaps the strain of maintaining all such elements while sitting for a portrait. But I was certainly not myself. I hope you will forgive me and not take it upon yourself to find your own determined way in this world. Yours, Sir Rival Grousman. All right then. Alright, so that's all of them. That's funny. Oops, I ripped your shirt, but don't be mad at me, okay?
I shall.
Alright. Let's get back to camp. I will save and then go get a cough drop. I will lead the way with my beacon of holy light that is my aura. I'm just that awesome. To camp, please. Then we can move on to dinner and do that. Alright. Woof! Actually, let's speak to Ogren real quick. Let's talk to Ogren real quick about how that went.
I still got it.
Oh, the eyes peering at me from the darkness. Wait, that was a success? Oh, wait. So what are you leaving for? Go get her.
Don't you know anything about women? You gotta make 'em wait. Play hard to get. Might as well rest up while I can. You ready to go?
I'd like you to leave. Sure, let's go.
Aye, all right then.
Oh, and now the helmet came off, but only for that one moment. Okay, bye. Oh. All right, let's save then. Oh my goodness. Ogren's got...
Game? I like how both of us framed it as a question.
Yeah. I'm still not convinced. Sure, they argue, but the sex is fantastic. Alright. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I'm sorry for hurrying the end a bit, but my throat's feeling a bit raw, and I'm gonna go do something about that. But yeah, thank you for spending some time here with us. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, all of my social links are below this video, both here on Twitch and later on YouTube, including links to my Patreon, where for as little as $1, you can get access to all kinds of cool shit, including the Discord, where you can talk to me and everyone else if you want to. Post art, post memes, post photos of weird things you found on the sidewalk.
Feet?
I guess. There's an 18+ channel. If you can prove to me you're 18, then sure, go post feet there. I guess. I'm not into that, but sure. As long as you're not weirding anyone out.
But if you are, then have fun.
As long as you're not stepping on people's toes, the pun not intended, then sure. But yeah. Anywho's. You guys have a great night and a great rest of your weekend. I will see you all again Wednesday, hopefully, as long as this doesn't turn into... Oh yeah, Tuesday. Nope, you're right, Tuesday. As long as this doesn't turn into me losing my voice again. If that happens, I'll be pissed, because this will have been 2 times in a couple of months that I have gotten sick, and that's never happened over a summer before. I'll be genuinely pissed. But yeah. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of your night, great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!
Goodbye.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers over on Patreon, and give a special shout out to Jack Fox, Old Monster, Dizarin, Revolution72, and A Ferb Among Us. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. I'd also like to give a big thank you to everyone else watching. If you enjoyed the video, let me know with a like and a comment. Be sure to have a look at the other videos on my channel, and subscribe so you never miss a new one. Links to my Patreon, Twitch, and all my other socials are in the description below the video. I hope I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!